Coming up today, Hotel Unique in São Paulo, Brazil. Unique is a moniker which doesn't even come close to describing this 95-room experience, which is one part Ark and one part spaceship. The full tour and review begin in 15 seconds. Hi there, and welcome to the channel if you're new here. Hotel Unique would stand out just about anywhere, but in a city known for an endless sea of off-white and gray skyscrapers, it really packs a punch. If you'd like to know my rate and booking info, the price that I think the hotel is actually worth, and the roster of videos that I have coming up in queue, check out the pinned comment below. Originally opened in 2002, the property was conjured and designed by Roy Otake, with perhaps 3 missions in mind. First, not to invent, but rather show off Japanese Brazilian design aesthetic that had already existed in the shadows for decades. Think Zen Garden meets brutalism. Second, was not to only embrace, but rely on the strength of empty space, as he put it. Third, he wanted to build something, quote, innovative and light years from the commonplace. No one needs to hear it from me, but Otake has succeeded. The 100-meter wide building is supported on either side by 25-meter support columns, the tallest allowed by building code at the time. Through the massive 8-meter tall doors, we're presented with a 70-meter long lobby that is flooded with morning light. Design cues are eclectic, mod, and sparse, but surprisingly warm and inviting given the oversized space. The lobby is filled with multiple seating areas, as well as one of 2 bars located at the hotel. Open during the evenings, the lobby bar's towering presence can be seen and felt even from the outside. Directly next to it, we have a small reading nook, in the middle of which is a piece of furniture perhaps outside my realm of understanding. That said, I'm not sure it's possible to walk by it and not at least want to try to give it a feel. From the lobby, we head up to the rooftop pool area. Skye, the primary restaurant up here, we'll take a look at a bit later. First though, these panoramic views and this pool. When I first saw the pool here, I actually felt a bit stupid since the day before I arrived here, my video for the library in Koh Samui published. In that video, I mentioned how I really had no idea of any other prominent red pools, completely spaced on the fact that I had this hotel booked. By the way, if you're enjoying this video, please give it a like and consider subscribing for 2 new videos each week. Always feel free to ask any questions in the comments, I make sure to reply to all of them. Before we take a look at the location in a bit more detail, let me give you a first look at the food, which is one of the many high points of the hotel. Flavors were fresh and bright, authentically Brazilian, and always worthy of cleaning your plate. Let's get into the location for a little bit. It's no secret that Sao Paulo is big, the biggest city in the Western Hemisphere and the Southern Hemisphere. Sao Paulo is a tough nut to crack because you don't really know where to start. Located in one of the city centers, Hotel Unique is a 30 to 60 minute drive from Guarulhos Airport. The hotel is in the upscale residential Jardim Paulista neighborhood, and just a stone's throw away from Ibirapuera Park and all of the shopping malls of Itaim Bibi. Heading to my room now in an elevator that might literally take your breath away. It's not dark like a trendy hotel, it's pitch black, except for the glow of a single black light and the temperature indicator. There are surely many people who would not step foot in here. I actually kinda liked it though. The hotel is, no surprise, full of curves. Generally speaking, I like it, particularly when the function of the space is either not affected by it or maybe even enhanced by it. But the layout of the rooms, I'm not a fan of, specifically because you can actually see how much space was just devoted to these hallways. The layout inside is a bit of a tricky one, so forgive me for starting out opposite the entry door. Let's talk about the important stuff first. There is, of course, a Nespresso machine in the room with a variety of capsules. The focal point, however, perhaps of the entire room, were these brownies. Pistachio brownies. I do exaggerate sometimes, but I'm not exaggerating a bit when I say that these were the best brownies that I have ever had. The glass partition in the middle of the room, not a fan of. I know what they're trying to do, but I think there are many other ways that it could have been done better. Ways that might actually include a comfortable chair for relaxing too. That aside, the rest of the room I thought was top-notch, and especially considering it's 20 years old, in almost pristine condition. A pass-through could be opened between the room and the bathroom by raising the glass partition. For the life of me, I can't remember what they're called, but it's reminiscent to me of the traditional shophouse facades. The bathroom isn't huge, but it gets the job done nicely, and while I can't imagine that you'd need towel warmers in the tropics, I'm sure some guests will love to have it. The window has a door of sorts that serves as a blackout curtain. It's electronically operated by a switch on the side of the bed. Please don't almost break it by pulling on it like me. As for storage, there's enough of it, but I wouldn't say it's abundant. That said, the closet did have one of my favorite features inside. Custom Ipanema flip-flops, which were complimentary to take. If you're not sure why I love these so much, pause the video and check out the name of the channel. I try to pack as efficiently as possible, but I still brought these along with me for the rest of my month-long trip. The hotel even reaches out to you before arrival to ask your shoe size and make sure the proper ones are here waiting for you. Besides them, there is of course the rest of the mini bar and snack area. All standard stuff, but a nice comprehensive assortment. For dinner, I had a bit of room service. I forgot that for the most part, Brazilian food is either bright and fresh or super heavy and filling, and that's what I got here. A honey-soaked local cheese followed by a sort of local play on risotto. The next morning, we head back up to the rooftop to check out Skye for breakfast. Skye had a decent-sized buffet with a supplemental menu of eggs, meats, cheeses, and the like. Overall, another great meal in an equally nice space. Just a quick note that during my stay, the spa area was restricted due to COVID protocols. As I sit up here and do a bit of plane spotting, I think it's about time that we wrap this up and get into the flip-flop score. The only real point losses were related to the layout of the room and just how much space was lost by committing to all those curved walls like I spoke about earlier. Other than that, the hotel is spectacular and is one of the few that will make it right back onto my list to revisit in the future. We're looking at a really great 93 out of 100. I really hope you enjoyed this video and will consider subscribing. If you do, you'll see that our next video coming up is the Grand Hyatt in São Paulo.